June 19th is National Garfield Day, and today we're going to talk about all of the Garfield items that sell for mad cash on eBay. Hi, I'm Debbie Baldwin. This is Whozits and Whatzits, the channel that's dedicated to teaching you exactly what you can find to turn around and resell on eBay and make some mad cash. Go ahead and click subscribe if you haven't done so already, and keep coming back and watching often, because the more you watch, the more you're going to make. Okay, but now let's talk about that lovable, fat and lazy, cantankerous, awesome, ornery cat, Garfield. What's the one thing you think about when you think about Garfield collectibles? I'm gonna go out on a line and bet that the thing you're thinking about is the little Garfield suction cup plushies that you see on cars and stuff, or at least you used to see, and I still see some every now and then. Did you know though that those plushies with the suction cups are actually a mistake? It was actually supposed to be Velcro on his paws. Jim Davis, when he wanted these ordered and made, he actually asked for Velcro on the paws because he thought people could hang it on their curtains. You know, like a cat's like sliding down the curtains with its claws. I actually think that's a really cute idea, and I would have loved to have had one. But when the factory made it, they made a mistake and they put suction cups on the paws instead. Instead of redesigning, they went ahead and just went with it. And now it's like the iconic collectible from the 80s. And how weird is that? And by the way, Jim Davis never in a million years imagined that people were going to be sticking them in their window on the cars. Those things, those little plushies with the suction cups, of course, do sell on eBay. But so do other plushies. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that the plush stuffed animals, I should say stuffed animals, we didn't really call it plushies back then, okay? But the small plush stuffed animals can be worth some money, not a whole lot. I think it just depends on how rare it is and of course the condition. But you can put them together, sell them in a lot, and still bring in a little bit of money. Now, of course, like I said, if it's rare or if it's large, obviously they're gonna go for a lot more. Moving on from stuffed animals, let's talk about some of the Garfield home decor that's worth some money. I mean, obviously, you're gonna see collectible figurines and ceramic little figures that could be worth some money, but honestly, it's the stuff that goes like in the bathroom and the kitchen that is worth the most. Like cookie jars. I mean, certain cookie jars can go for up to $200, but I even saw one go for $500. But they also had these really cute telephones. I just thought those were so cute. And when I was a kid, I think my aunt had one. If I remember right, she had one because she was a huge Garfield fan. And I remember seeing that and thinking it was totally cool. Now, also, they made these sunbeam clocks that go on your wall, and it's just like, you know, those cats that you saw, like I think it was like in the 50s and 60s, where the eyeballs would move back and forth and the tail would swish. Well, they made one that's Garfield. Speaking of clocks, you can also find alarm clocks, and those alarm clocks go up to about $50. So, you know, you find them at garage sales and thrift stores and antique malls, and I doubt they're gonna have $50 on it. So if you find one of those, you should snag it. Maybe look it up first, but you should snag it and sell it on eBay. Speaking of clocks and stuff, watches also are worth money. So watches, there's like Invicta came out with a limited edition watch, and of course that goes for a lot more than the others, but even the vintage ones with like the leather band or even the plastic band watches go for around $30 to $40 to $50, and then like the Invicta watches go for $100 and more. Let's talk about the t-shirts. Vintage t-shirts are going like gangbusters, and it's not just Garfield, but today we're of course talking about Garfield, but vintage t-shirts in general do sell for some money. But the Garfield ones are going anywhere from $30 to $100 a piece. And like I said, I did find one that went for $500. You're always gonna have like the outlier, like the honorable mention that goes for like way more than you ever expected, of course, but in general, they go for about $30 to $100. Still, You can find them at thrift stores and garage sales for like $1 or $2 or $3 or $4. It doesn't even matter if it's $4 and I can turn around and make 30. I'd do it all day long. Wouldn't you? I want to remind you to look in the paper goods section for things like folders, like the Mead folders or Trapper Keepers. Trapper Keepers are kind of hard to find. I haven't hardly found any in my whole 16 years of selling on eBay. I don't find trappers that often, but it's possible. And if you find folders or stickers, stickers actually sell pretty well. There's people out there that collect them, especially if they're scratch and sniff. So if you find Garfield stickers, you definitely should take the time to look them up, because I'm willing to bet you're gonna find them for about $1/4 a piece, 50 a piece for like a sheet, or the package for $1 or something like that. And you can turn around and sell them for like $10, $15, $20 a sheet. Or if you have a lot, you can sell it for like $80 to $100. I mean, it's crazy what people will pay for these collectible stickers. Halloween Garfield stuff is not that plentiful. I don't know why, but they didn't really release a lot of Garfield Halloween stuff back in the day. Don't know why, but they had like little doorknob covers or magnets. And when you see those types of things, those actually are holding its value pretty well. In fact, a magnet can go for like $40. That's crazy for one magnet. Did you know, in fact, that James Davis, well, he might be James, but Jim Davis, his favorite project was actually making the Garfield Halloween special. And I gotta say, when I read that on mentalfloss.com, I was like, oh my gosh, because that is my favorite Garfield thing ever. I watched the Garfield Halloween special all the time, every year. I still do, in fact. I probably have the whole thing memorized. I just absolutely love that show. And it was one of Jim Davis's favorite projects. And so I concur, Jim Davis. Good job, because I love it. Methinks you be a bit stingy with your candy, ma'am. If you don't reconsider your contributions, I might give your living room drapes a taste of me broadsword. But anyway, Halloween Garfield stuff is awesome, and Jim Davis agrees. Last summer, I went to a thrift store and I found these adorable little Garfield portable radios. And I bought 5 of them, and they were going for $4.99 a piece at the thrift store. They actually had a lot of them, but one of my rules that I have when I go to thrift stores is I don't like to buy out a ton of these items. So I don't like empty the shelves. If there's 50 of them, I don't buy all 50 of them, because I feel like that's flooding my own market. Now, in general, that's a good practice. Now, in this case, I kind of wish I had picked up all of them, but I didn't. I only picked up 5, and I ended up selling them for about $25 a piece. Now, here's another lesson for you. I went back to look to see what these radios are going for, because I knew I was making this episode, and kind of wish that I had waited and flipped them this summer. I don't know why, but now they're going for way more. That happens, and it's okay. I have to just let it go. I actually still made a bunch of money, so I can't complain. But the truth is, sometimes that's painful. Ouch. To look back and see that if you had saved it, you'd have made more. But anyway, maybe don't go back and look at things you've sold in the past. And unless you have another one to sell, because it can kind of be like salt in the wound if it's going for a lot more now than it did when you sold it. It happens all the time.
Hey Deb, as you can see, I'm about to go back to the post office since we opened our store after our trip to Florida. I wanted to thank you for taking Marla picking and helping her find some real deals. In fact, 24 hours after we reopened our store, she sold 3 of the items from Florida at a great profit. And here's the kicker. All 3 items are being shipped back to Florida to 3 individuals. Thank you so much. Your advice has been a great help to us.
Isn't that awesome? Okay, so if you want to be featured on a video, go ahead and leave a comment below, or come find me on Instagram or Facebook. Just connect with me, tell me your success stories, also ask your questions, and you could be on one of my videos. Have you learned anything today? And if so, did you like this video? Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you did, that would be awesome, because I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I know 1,000 is not a lot, but to me it is. It's taken me a long time to get here. It's like taken forever, in fact, but I'm trying to get there. I only have a few more to go to get to 1,000. So share it with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and help me, please. I would so appreciate it. All right, so go out there, hit your thrift stores, garage sales, antique malls, look for some Garfield stuff, and go and have some lasagna on the 19th, just to kind of celebrate our favorite cat who loves lasagna and hates Mondays. And I will see you guys next time. Watch another episode until then, and then I will see you guys later. Bye. What should I be? What should I be? What should I be? There's so many sides to me. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.